I know some of you have traveled probably halfway around the world to be here with us today, and we do recognize that we're not the only news happening in the world, but we sort of like to think we're the most important that's happening today. So we're here today to talk really about three things. Those three things are what's new at HP Labs, what and how important is R&D to the HP company, as well as looking at where we believe the IT industry is headed. After that, we're going to send you next door behind these doors, and you're going to go into an experience zone. And we've set up many of the things you've seen on this video. You can see our researchers are pretty fired up at HP Labs about what's going on and what's new. But you're going to get to go and immerse yourselves hands-on in many of these labs, and you're going to get to experience real-time, in real settings, in real-world settings, some of this research that we're conducting that's very, very important at HP Labs. But before we do that, I thought we'd sort of ground ourselves in why we're here, HP Labs. Certainly, HP Labs has had a wonderful and storied history with HP. Many of the inventions that you see coming out of labs not only have affected in a major way the technology industry, but the world of medicine, the world of entertainment, and certainly the environment. We sort of like to believe that HP got its start as a lab, but that lab was a garage. I don't know how many of you out there got to go to the garage or have been to the garage. I see. Great. So we like to believe that it all started there with two guys who were really basically looking at trying to solve the problems and solutions for that day and that time. And these guys, Bill and Dave, were not just sort of engineers, but they were also entrepreneurs. So not only solving just the small and large problems of the day, but they were out to create great business models that were profitable. Now we like to believe, of course, that the garage today in itself has become something of an icon for Silicon Valley, because few companies have sort of followed in our footsteps and have actually started their own shops and set up their shops in a garage. And I think if you think Palo Alto real estate is expensive, try buying a garage in this town. In our own HP garage is where we really got started. It is where the first product was invented with Bill and Dave, the audio oscillator. And from there we moved to certainly PCs, to revolutionary technology in inkjet printing, color printing, utility computing, as well as most recently nanotechnology. But today we're focused on sharpening the image of HP Labs. And we're going to address some of the most challenging and complex IT issues that are facing our customers in the next decade. This redesign is intended to do two things. And one is to balance exploratory research with this entrepreneurial approach to breakthrough technology. And it's going to allow us to more rapidly transfer this technology to the marketplace, to the end users, our customers. One of my first impressions in coming to HP and touring the HP Labs was what a wonderful asset HP Labs were to the HP company. And when you look at research and development, there's really only a handful of companies today that are dedicated to a research facility in-house. And I can probably say that none of those really have the breadth of portfolio and can address and simplify all the technology experiences, from the mom who's at home who wants to have help organizing sort of her digital pictures, all the way up to the CIO of a Fortune 500 company who's looking for business solutions and how he can optimize, how he can be more efficient and more effective, reduce his energy footprint. These are important things, and I think it is what differentiates us and sets us apart, is HP Labs. Therefore, as you can see here, we've created a new identity for Labs and for HP. Now, obviously, this is a mathematical equation, and it's a little bit of a play on that. But really what it's intended to do is the belief that at HP and all of their innovators will take the power and the broad technology portfolio that we have here at HP, along with our partners and our customers, and bring that extensive knowledge to the marketplace and address again what we believe will be the biggest problems facing IT today and throughout the next decade. In the end, our goal is really to make a meaningful contribution to the IT industry, to our customers, and to the bottom line of HP.